What's up, y'all? Back with another one. First of all, Happy New Year's to everybody, to you and yours.
Happy New Year's, everybody. Love,
Yeah,
love.
love. I'm your host, Robbie. That's my host, Mel.
Yeah, we out.
Uh, Today was the first day of conference play. We had a lot of great games today. We had a lot of great games today. A couple upsets.
Hmm.
We just witnessed one not too long
Yeah,
ago, about 20 minutes ago, however long it was. Yeah, Kentucky defeats LSU. LSU is no longer defeated. They are now 14-1. Kentucky,
hmm,
Key, 16 big rebounds. Strack,
yes.
a little bit of foul trouble. Still, 15 points, 9 rebounds. Obi, 6 points, 10 rebounds. Morgan with the game winner, the
Tony
victory.
Morgs. Oh
Tony
my
Morgan,
God.
24 on 12, off the bench. Boom. Lighting it up. Like I said, no rebounds, no rings. LSU, join that solid 14-5. Richard 14. Michaela Williams was big tonight.
Yeah,
26
she
points, 8
was.
rebounds, 5 assists. Floor J 15 points. Knox, not really nothing. For Wiley, not really nothing tonight. 2 points, 1 for 6, 17 minutes.
Hmm.
But Mel, what should take away from this game, man? What you liked about this game, man?
Yeah, man. It was a great game. All throughout. But I will say, listen, shout out to Kentucky for pulling off the upset and coming back. Because
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie to you, the way that game started, it looked like it was about to get ugly for Kentucky. Like LSU came out the gate blitz them, and it just seemed like Michaela Williams came out the gate bugging, jump shot, and one,
That midi.
and you could just tell, yeah, that
Hmm.
mid range shot, like yeah, she has one of the most beautiful mid range shots and jump shots, period. So, straight out the gate, you could just kind of tell like Kentucky, it took a while for them to get their footing. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Hmm.
defensive pressure that LSU was putting on them definitely challenged them a bit. It just took them a while to get into an offensive flow. They wasn't really getting good shots, and LSU was just running them up and down, running them up and down. So in the beginning, like I think it was like 12-2, and then
Hmm.
LSU definitely could have, you know, got a bigger lead, but Kentucky settled in. They took a deep breath. They got that bucket that they needed to, and they just was able to ultimately get the lead. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I was just super impressed with Kentucky's intestinal fortitude to get back into that game, because a lot of teams in that instance would have just like shied away and kind of just like
Hmm.
let LSU overpower them. But Kentucky stayed poised. They showed discipline, and they just fired back. They fought back. And the beautiful thing about it was, like Tony Morgan, all throughout the game, just being on one. Like it's hard to even think about many players who can play the point guard position better than her, because she not
Hmm.
only scores the ball, but she gets her teammates involved as well. Like how we said, she had a double double. She had 24 and 12, and she had no turnovers. And I don't know, like for those that was watching the game, that was a physical game. Like she was getting in the paint, and even throughout like the first half, like she was going back and forth with Malaysia Fuwali, and things like that. And even with Richard, so, yeah, Jada Richard, like what I'm saying, like it was a lot of physical, a lot of stuff talk, shit talking and things like that. But she definitely stayed composed, and but I will say from a Kentucky standpoint, the game changed once Asia Boone came in the game. Once she came in that game, she was hitting threes back to back,
Hmm.
got a steal. I think on Malaysia Fuwali, like she wasn't. I don't think Malaysia Fuwali was even paying attention. Asia Boone came behind her, got the steal. So she really changed the tempo for Kentucky and gave them a great boost of energy with just her ability to knock down that three ball, to be able to get to the rim, her defensive tenacity. Yeah, Asia Boone, she had 18 points, 18 and 4, had 4 rebounds, but she definitely gave them that spark. And yeah, from an LSU standpoint, I'm definitely a bit disappointed with what I saw. Florjay did end up, having a solid game, but I feel like it took her too long to get started. I
Hmm.
think in the first quarter, she only had one field goal attempt. Now I know Michaela Williams was hot and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And of course, other players was getting involved. Like Jada Richard definitely made her presence felt. Amaya Joyner, Amaya Joyner was doing what she
Joiner.
needed to do in the paint, but Florjay needs to get off to a better start. And I just feel like ultimately they just kind of not ran out of gas, but it just you could kind of tell that LSU was running out of places to go. Malaysia Fuwali, that was a tough game for her. And like I think her intent was good because she came in the game being like, okay, I'm gonna make my presence felt on the defensive end. She was picking up Tony Morgan and trying to like stop her from getting in the paint and things like that. But she got a lot of careless fouls, and like when I saw that, I'm just thinking like it reminded me back to like her days in South Carolina where like she would just be playing erratic and she would be undisciplined, especially on the defensive end. Like, and at the end of the game, it's a mind game. Tony Morgan knew you was being aggressive, and she used that against you. Now you're out of rhythm. You don't have any flow. Malaysia Fuwali was missing layups, and she just didn't seem right. And I feel like that ultimately affected LSU because even though Jada was getting to the paint, was knocking down her shots, I feel like that game was a game that LSU would have and should have won if Malaysia Fuwali was more disciplined and was actually locked in. So, and yeah, second half, man, it was just like a back and forth game. This was definitely a fun one, back and forth. But Kentucky, they just found the way to win. And listen, man, at the end of the game, Clara Strack did what she needed to do. I think she hit like a shot, like a fadeaway shot. She did end up your little and one, you know what I'm saying? But then she went on the other end and fouled Michaela Williams on that three. And I'm like, listen, as great as Michaela Williams is, just put your hand up, live with that tough shot. And Michaela Williams knocked down all free throws. And then, listen, man, Tony Morgan, I mean, Lord have mercy. And it's crazy because it's like, looking at that last play, I'm like, okay, at first you was just, yeah, it was like, yo, where is she going? I'm like, yo, she's open on the mid-range. Why don't she shoot? So I'm thinking she's going to dump it to Clara Strack on the post or try to force. But once I saw her get that step back and that space on a Maya Joyner, and she let that joint fly, I said, oh, she is cold. She is cold. And just looking at how physical that game was, for her to have that type of performance in that environment on the road was one of the most impressive things I've seen. And like, let me remind y'all, she had no turnovers against a team who puts pressure on you. LSU has been scoring damn near 100 points a game. Like, that's not an easy thing to do. And just looking at, her utilization. So listen, man, Kentucky did what they needed to do. They showed fight. They competed. They didn't back down. And it was a beautiful thing to see. I'm happy for them. Happy for Kenny Brooks, you know what I'm saying? Because even in that fourth quarter, there were certain times where I got reminded of Kentucky of last year, where it's the fourth quarter, they're turning the ball over. They look stagnant offensively. But at the end of the day, they ended up doing what they needed to do and made the plays that they needed to make. So shout out to Kentucky. And this was definitely a tough one for LSU for sure.
Man, not Kentucky. LSU ain't never been punched in the mouth. Here we go.
Yeah.
They used to playing these, like we always complain about, these cupcake teams where number one, they probably already like put fear in their heart. So they lost right there. And then they punched them one time with a hook, boom, those teams lay down and game was before you know it, game scores 110 to like 50, something like that. But Kentucky wasn't going for it. You punch, I'm gonna punch back. They kept punching back, and then and that towards like it was like 4 minutes left. I was like, yeah, this game probably is over because they missing a lot of free throws. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like they can't. They're like they shoot themselves in their foot, but no rebounds, no rings tonight. Kentucky 45 rebounds, LSU 29.
What?
That's where the game was won. Key was getting every offensive rebound that came near her. She was on it. When Morgan missed both of those free throws, she cleaned it up. Cleaned it up. Boom, 2 points. Strack started up strong. She did get in foul trouble. Careless fouls, but she ended up coming back second half, and she played. She played from a standpoint. Joyner was going at her. Joyner got a lot of easy layups because she had foul trouble, but she didn't. But I love Kentucky, man. Man, Boone. Man,
y'all, Asia Boone, that lefty.
Man, I was. Woo.
She was on one.
Yeah, man. We got to talk about and Flo J. from a standpoint, if you look at the field box score, watch 15 points, but she really didn't do
better
nothing.
than that. She's better than that.
First quarter, like you said, she started up slow. She had like a good, I think she scored maybe like 6 straight points, whatever it was, or 7 points straight. But fourth quarter, nothing. Third quarter, not really nothing.
Yeah.
So they need more from her. Need more from for Wiley. 17 points, 2 points, 1 for 6.
Yeah, that's a bad one for
a lot of careless turnovers, couple bad shots.
Yeah.
And it was like, today ain't your night. I'm gonna pull you up.
You sit down.
Today ain't your night. We ain't even going. It felt like Dawn Steady all over again. Like, I gave you
a chance. She got a chance. She had a chance. Moki put out there, but she just wasn't productive. And I just feel like she was just undisciplined, especially on the defensive end too. So
facts. Knox was solid. She played great defense on the bigs, on Kentucky bigs. Like, it was a great back and forth game, man. Tony Morgan, like you said, I thought the safety was going through my head when she went. I'm like, all right, the midi, right? Take the midi. Where you going?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, this is how we gonna lose, but not win. But this how we gonna lose like this, like She stepped back. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, Tony, I like you, Tony. I like you.
The ones.
Tony, I like you, man. But yeah, like, this is why we complain about playing this cupcake teams. Cause look, got punched in the mouth, and look, nothing. They usually score like 100, 110, 100 and some. Today, 78. And what I think is gonna bite them in the butt playing these cupcake schedules, because like their best players, minus Flo J, are like freshmen, sophomores. They're very, very young, you know. So they need to be exposed to this high competition, because when it's time, when they play the real teams, after playing cupcakes cupcakes all year, they're not gonna perform well. They're not gonna, like, look, if you take away Michaela, besides Michaela, really nobody was really like played that well.
Yeah, nobody had a good game.
Yeah, like
maybe Jada. But
yeah, like, take away Michaela, she literally was carrying it from start to finish. Like that midi, that side pick and roll, couple dribbles to the midi, pull up, money. So I mean, just with we know conference play is the toughest. This is the toughest conference out there, SEC. So they're gonna have competition now, you know, and to see them go out like this, I'm pretty sure South Carolina fans are probably enjoying this. They enjoying this one right here. I just cut on my Twitter. All I see is them just on my timeline. Like,
should have stayed in South Carolina. See, that's what you get. Like, it's the same thing. It's like, oh man, that's gonna come with the territory.
Yeah, it's gonna come with it, man. So, but
I do want to say one more thing. Yeah, and like I said, you know, yeah, I mean the rebound and disparity. I mean, 45 to 29. I mean, LSU, y'all gotta show more fight to be able to get on the glass. And yet, Tioni Key, I think in that second quarter, she was stabilizing a lot of shit. Like, Miss Free Throw got the rebound. She owned that paint, and I think Key and Clara Strack are very versatile bigs. And, you know, they're going to cause a lot of issues for teams, you know what I'm saying? Especially just looking at how great of a team they are overall. And another thing, LSU is disappointing because, I mean, Kentucky shot 12 for 22 from the free throw line. And y'all, that's usually a recipe for disaster. And it's like LSU still couldn't find a way to, you know, overcome that. But like how we mentioned, you know, you got to get on the glass. You got to rebound the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, you giving all of these extra second chance points. I mean, that's not gonna win you games. Definitely not gonna win you a championship. Like, you're not even gonna get far in the tournament if you don't rebound the ball. So if you can't do that against Kentucky, I mean, what you gonna do against a Texas? What you gonna do against a Medina Ocott, South Carolina? What you gonna do against UConn? Like, come on now. And like I said, Kentucky is good, but there's some bigs that you're gonna have to deal with, and that's more bigger, that's heavy, that's stronger. So LSU gonna have to clean that up, you know. Else it's gonna be a long day unless they're scoring 100 plus and just being like, yo, we're gonna outscore you. It's gonna be difficult for them to win. And it's like same thing how you said, Rob. Like, that game, I'm looking like Michaela Williams had a good game, unequivocally. You know, Amaya had a good game. But overall, I mean, Michaela needed some help in the pivotal moments. Like in pivotal moments where they needed a bucket, they wasn't able to get it. And that's just a concerning thing to me. And like I said, that's why I'm like, if Malaysia Fuwali, could find a way to be more disciplined defensively, find a way to make herself more impactful in these games, I feel like, obviously she would have been out there, it would have been more of a threat, but she was on the bench. And it's just like, at the end of the day, it was Michaela Williams and nobody else. So, that kind of caused them some trouble.
Nobody else. Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to tell people Michaela that she their best player.
Michaela
is that, man. But so LSU falls to Kentucky. Big shot, Tony. Tony
Morgan, shout out to her, man.
Yeah.
Cole
killer.
Oh my God.
Killer. I know they were sick. I know their fans were
LSU
sick.
LSU burning right now. They burning.
I know they were sick, man. Man, before we get to the next game, I gotta. I mean, this is random. Like, it's not about basketball, 'cause I'm pretty sure I meant to like text you about it, but I was like, nah, I'm just talk about it in the Paul. You know how we random, how we do Stranger Things. Man. You saw the episode, last episode.
I didn't see it yesterday. I didn't see it yesterday. I'm gonna watch because I flew back to New York Sunday. I just been working and sleeping. I'm gonna watch it this weekend. Don't say nothing yet. Don't say nothing yet.
All right, my fault.
Y'all Stranger Things fans, we tap into that, but I'm a little late, but I'm gonna tap in.
Yeah, I copy. I copy. I'm gonna. South Carolina defeats Alabama 83-57. South Carolina is led by Joyce Edwards, 25 points, 4 rebounds. Ocote 11-9. Raven Johnson 17, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Nothing really off the bench. If y'all ain't know, Latson did not play today. She was injured last game. Ankle. Alabama, Collins 17 points. That's pretty much like nobody really. This game was close. It was a competitive game first half, but then second half it just took on life of its own. But Mel, what you thought about this game?
Yeah, I would say like in the beginning it was definitely competitive. I want to shout out Alabama for definitely competing and fighting. And definitely just want to give a shout out to Diana Collins was putting on. She was in the beginning hitting that jump shot, getting to the rim. Jessica Timmons, she had a good first half, but she was kind of absent that second half. But I mean, we all know like. Ultimately when teams, play good against South Carolina, have like a good first quarter or maybe a decent second quarter, that third quarter is separated. Like once that third quarter comes, the better team shows unequivocally that they're the better team. And listen, I want to start off with saying South Carolina, listen, Joyce Edwards, oh my God, monster. I mean, I don't think like every time she went to the basket or the fast break, she converted.
Yeah.
It was impossible for her. I mean, she was finishing everything. I'm like, is that Alyssa Thomas? Like,
body on like
and one hitting the little mid-range jump shot. I mean, Joyce Edwards is a great player. You could tell, like I said, she worked on her game, man, and she's scary. Like we really need to have conversations about, best players in the nation. Joyce Edwards' name needs to be mentioned more. You know what I'm saying? Like put respect on her name because she's one of those ones. She's doing everything. She's playmaking. She's driving. She's shooting. You know what I'm saying? She needs to be a bit more disciplined and more careful with her passes. But overall, that's something that she's working on. She's doing great. Raven Johnson came out that game, but like. Raven Johnson, she came out bugging, like doing pull-up jump shots. I think there was a play where she was backing a defender down. She just hit it with one, letting me and one. That was the most aggressive I've seen Raven Johnson to this day, and it's a beautiful thing to see because once she has that mindset, South Carolina is going to be almost impossible to stop. Like how we mentioned, Tanaya Latson was out today. That's another 20-plus points. You know what I'm saying? So, like, once Raven Johnson picks her spots and continues to be assertive when she needs to, she's going to do what she needs to do. And it was great to see today. Overall, man, South Carolina ended up like I said, it was tighter than people probably thought it would be.
Mhm.
Alabama definitely did fight, and they did win the second quarter, 19-16. But ultimately, the better team won. Tessa Johnson started, and she had a solid game. She had 10 points, for 11. I will say, Agate Maker, she only had 9, but you can tell she's skillful. She's long. She
Mhm.
could shoot the ball. She's good off the dribble, and it's just like
Mhm.
this team is loaded. Medina Okart didn't even have a solid game. I feel like defensively they did a solid job. She did end up with 11 points, but that was more so in the fourth quarter. But the bigs for Alabama definitely did make it tough. But yet again, like how we mentioned, you gotta rebound the ball. South Carolina got on the
Mhm.
glass, 43-29. And then, Alabama was hitting some threes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
Alabama was shooting that thing. They was 9 for 29, but in the first half, that's what kept them in the game. And then once that third quarter came, it was a different ball game. The defensive tenacity turned up, and then Alabama just couldn't find any type of scoring punch. It seemed like they was on 40 points forever.
49
And
for ever.
yeah, it was like I was like, yo, why does it feel like they've been on 40 something for mad long? And it's just they just couldn't score. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's just like they're gonna need more than what they was given to win that game. But yeah, I'm impressed by what I saw. But at the end of the day, they're definitely gonna have to clean up some things. Just not saying like Alabama's a good team. You know what I'm saying? At the
Mhm.
end of the day, you got to respect your opponent. But
50-0.
yeah. So at the end of the day, South Carolina took care of business. I was impressed by what I saw by Raven Johnson specifically because I feel like, you know, like I said, a lot of people question, can she score? Can she do this and that? And her stock her dresser is rising. You know what I'm saying? Like people need to really put Raven Johnson on their radar, and it was just great to see. And I'm happy that they got the dub. But listen, shout out to Alabama. They definitely made it competitive
Mhm.
in that first half, but ultimately the better team, South Carolina, they ended up showing that they were the better team pretty quickly rather than later.
Mhm. Yeah, that third quarter,
Yeah.
they usually like do their thing third quarter.
Hmm.
Joyce Ellis, she was looking like Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, like
Wow.
when she was going to the basket when she got the ball, a full head of steam, fast break. I'm like, y'all better
Just
don't
get
get in
out the
front of
way. Just get
her.
out the way.
Don't get in front of her. She was laying. What was Jones, and she was
Hmm.
laying her. I'm like,
Hmm.
and one. I'm like, yo, I better got that girl way when she going to that basketball because
Yeah.
I know for sure she ain't passing that thing. So,
Yeah.
and she ain't passing that thing. So, and she
Hmm.
full head of steam. She going to the basket. But Joyce,
Hmm.
that was another great game. 25. 4 rebounds. A lot of people think we're haters of her, but it's crazy, man. But
We love Joyce Edwards.
Joyce Edwards. Yeah, but I mean, besides like Raven, and Joyce Edwards, like, I mean, like nobody really like jumped off the page, off the like
Hmm.
the but but I expect like South Carolina did what I expect them to do. Like
Hmm.
they won a rebound battle. 43-29. They won a turnover battle 9-16. Like you're not beating
Hmm.
nobody if they out rebound you and you turn the ball over more than them. You're not
Yeah.
nobody. So they did what I expected them they was gonna do. They was gonna I thought it would be a competitive game throughout the whole 4 quarters, being that Alabama was undefeated and they are a decent team.
Hmm.
But no, third quarter, like you said, they couldn't score. They were stuck on, I think it was like 49 or something for like
Hmm.
they made a whole third quarter. yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, it's what it is, man. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. Like it's like a regular South Carolina day, South Carolina game. I mean, Raven did play well, like you said. She had
Hmm.
she had 17, 15 in the first half, so she
Yeah.
was very very aggressive. Missing Tonight Latson. You
Hmm.
needed somebody to step up. I thought it would be McDaniel,
Yeah.
but what she had that 6 today. She
One for
uh
5.
1 for 5, 26
Yeah.
minutes. I thought cause I like her game. I thought she was gonna be the one to step up, but it was Raven 17 points. Tessa Johnson did 10 points, 5 and 5.
Four
That's
for 11.
yeah, cool little stat line, but
Yeah.
no,
She
not
could
too
have
crazy,
more.
no.
Yeah.
But
They did what they needed to do.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying like like they did. It went how I thought it was gonna go. Like I
Hmm.
think South Carolina probably gonna do this, that. and went by this much, and they did exactly what I thought they was gonna do. So
yeah.
Shout out to Alabama, man. We had a lot of good games on today, man.
Good
Like
ass
it's
game.
games that we ain't gonna talk about, but like I was watching that Maryland game. I was watching. They lost by like 2 or 4 or 3, whatever it was. I was watching that. I always want to talk about. We gotta do one of our games, man. Florida. Liv McGill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
I got.
yes.
We gotta do.
We
We
gonna
gotta do
do
one
one.
of our
Yep,
games. Yeah, we gotta do
yep.
one of our games, man. Because I'm like that lady could score, put the ball in the basket, man, for sure.
Yeah. If you're not watching women's basketball, what's up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You missing out, man? Come on, it's too many incredible players, skill set. You got bigs, you got guards, forwards, whatever you want. They got
like it.
that.
Whatever you
Tap
like.
into women's sports. This thing is beautiful. You know how excited we get. LSU, Kentucky, it's feel like I got my adrenaline rush. I want to go. Seeing Morgan hit that step back 3. I want to go to the park and hit somebody with a get my Morgan on, so
get my Morgan on. Yeah,
get my
Tony.
Morgan on.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, Tony.
Shout out Tony, man.
Shout out Tony, man. What else we got? Iowa defeats Nebraska 86-76. Led by Hannah Stuckey, 21-10, 4 assists, Hayden 18.7 rebounds. My girl Chit Chat. 24 points, 3 assists.
Wow.
And Nebraska, I don't want to mess her name up, so I'm going to call it JP. 17 points, 5 rebounds.
Yeah.
Petrie, Mopin. No, wrong person. Prince. 27-5. This was a great game until fourth quarter where Iowa pulled away, but great game. Mel, what's your takeaway on this game, Mel?
Yeah, man, I love this game, man. Like, I'm not saying I was surprised, but that was a competitive game, like from the beginning until towards the end of the fourth quarter, and it was like two teams that were similar in a way, and you could just tell like in terms of just being like it was a balanced matchup. And I will say Nebraska came out the gate swinging.
Yeah.
It was like 8-0. Petrie came out, hit a bomb, hit a 3. And then they was just getting to it, where Iowa kind of had to wake up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But listen, whether Caitlin Clark is playing or not, like Iowa is a tough place to play. That crowd gets rowdy, and they have some great players. And it's fun to watch Iowa play. I'm not going to lie. The way that they shoot the ball, how together they play, and it's just amazing to see. And I want to give credit to Hannah Stuckey because she came out that game and was playing with intent, hitting the glass, even just like from an offensive standpoint. I think I've seen her take a mid-range shot for the first time. And I'm like, okay, even though she missed, it's great to see that she has intentions of taking that shot. She put a lot of pressure on the bigs in Nebraska, getting to the paint, getting on the glass, scoring the ball, being intentional, posting up, getting to the rim. I loved her assertiveness and I love her aggressiveness. And just overall, man, Iowa was just knocking shots. Chit Chat was on one. I mean, I heard you said 24, 3 for 5 from 3. Like, her jump shot is money. She shot 5 for 12, but she got to the free throw line. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, that jump shot not falling, go to the line. And just overall, they just had a real good balanced attack. Ava Hodden had 18. Taylor, just all across the board, man. Iowa definitely is like a run and gun team, and it was great to see. Rebounding matchup was about even. They had a lot more assists, 20-11 against Nebraska. But just to give Nebraska some love, I will say Nebraska is one of those teams where I feel like they've always been in talks about being competitive for a while. Like, Nebraska isn't like a random team that just came on the scene. Like, they haven't really, I don't remember if they've been like, below, like in the top 10, but Nebraska has always been on people's radar. And they also have a really good team too. I want to shout out Britt Prince. She was out there wilding. Number 23 with the habit. Like, she got the good. She was bugging off the dribble. Crossover. Lay me. Jump shot was on. Money. Her and Petrie was bugging. Petrie had, her range is remarkable. You know what I'm saying? And I love their 1-2 game. They definitely needed more from other players. Like Aliza Maypen played well. She had 12 points, but they just didn't have enough towards the end that kind of caused them to lose that game. Like in the fourth quarter, you were able to see which team was more disciplined and which one wasn't. Because Nebraska started turning the ball over, bad shots, and on the road, you can't afford to turn the ball over in a hostile environment. You know what I'm saying? You got to play together, you got to play discipline, and you got to make the right plays. And at the end of the day, Iowa did what they needed to do to win. And even Chit-Chat, she wasn't just doing it on the offensive end. She had some inbound steals. She was disrupting a lot of things. And I feel like once that building gets loud in Iowa, it's over. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Nebraska because I do feel like they're a sleeper team. I feel like, against the wrong opponent, they could definitely make some noise. But Iowa won the game, so we definitely want to show love to them. And they're definitely going to be a tough team to beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, they shoot the ball really well. They play together. They was hitting the glass. Like I said, if Hannah Stokey could continue to be assertive the way that she did, they're gonna be a tough team to beat. But it was a very entertaining game, and I loved it from start to finish. So shout out to both teams for real.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. Nebraska's not a random team, but when you chose them, I was like, he don't do Nebraska. I'm like, who the hell Nebraska? I'm like, who the?
I've seen them play against USC.
Like,
they almost took out USC. Yeah,
I'm like, damn, I don't know nobody on a roster. I'm like, we gonna see what's up. We gonna see. Yeah, great game, great game, I'm always down to watch Chit Chat. That's my girl. I'm always down to watch Chit Chat. Yeah, that's my girl, man. But great game, like you said, back and forth game. You can't, like I said, you're not gonna win no game. 18 turnovers. You're not like.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, like if you're already behind, I mean they're not. What they ranked like 20th. So
it was 20. Yeah,
20th. So I mean, but yeah, like you're not when you play these teams that's like equal to you or maybe a little better than you in talent wise, you have to do all the little things: rebound, hustle, extra possessions. You can't have 18. That's too much. 18
on the road. Yeah,
and you're on the road. That's too much. You just basically saying, "Hey, take 3 points."
In Iowa.
Yeah, you can't do that. But yeah, Prince. Yeah, I didn't know who she was before today. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
keep your eye out on Prince.
But see, this is what I love about watching. Like, it's the to watch the big names is cool, but to watch these other teams where it's players you don't really know about, you just like, who that? You get to learn more players. It makes the experience better, So
exactly.
I don't mind watching a team that I never heard of before, but not a team, but like a player. I'm like, damn, Nebraska. But I'm like, now I'm open to it. I'm like, all right, let me see who on that team that he wanna watch them, and they rank 20th. I bet they got some kind of talent over there. They rank 20th, and very good team. Just like limit the turnovers. I mean, they shot from the field 50%. They ain't shoot good from 3. Only 6 for 20, 30%. But then, I mean, Iowa ain't shoot that much better, 35%. But Hannah Stokey, this is the Hannah that we know. Just that it's not there every night. 21-10, but Hayden, another one that I also like watching, 18-7, 3 assists. They shared the ball very well. They had too many fouls too. 15, too many fouls, and they had 22. Too many fouls. Too many, man. But other than that, great game. Like I said, I enjoyed this game. It was very close from start to finish.
Facts.
It might look a little 10-point, but nah, it was a good game.
You watched the game, it was closer than the score. It was just the fourth quarter. Iowa separated.
Yeah. I had it on. I had the double screen where they had the freaking Iowa in the other game, the South Carolina game. But then when I seen them blow out South Carolina, I said, I'm just strictly on Iowa. But great game tonight, man. Great game, Nebraska. Prince, you on my radar now.
Shout out Brett Prince and Petrie. We see y'all. Shout out to Nebraska.
Yeah, we gonna always show love. So. I'm watching now. I'm watching now. I'm watching now. Yeah, man. Yo, Mel, you saw the Texas Tech sign some 7-footer.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't got her name, man. But 7-footer, but I never saw those 7-foot girl before. I never did before. Yeah.
7 foot.
7
I
foot.
mean, listen, man.
7
you
foot.
Can't teach height. So if you had a chance to get somebody that tall, you get them. It don't matter. You'll teach them the nuances and get them to get to where they need to get to at some point. 7 feet and 8 hoop, get them on your team. Get them on your team.
And Texas Tech, they undefeated too, I believe. So
they ain't playing. They try to stay undefeated.
yeah, 7 foot. That's crazy work, man. But yeah, that's the episode. Shout out to y'all for like we always say, showing love. It's a new year. We're gonna be back. We back. Took a little break. We back. We got rival. Oh, yeah, shit, a couple days, right?
Yeah, that's like
4 days. 4 days. 4 days, man. Yeah, 4 days. And we going to whoever I'm gonna clip this video, right? We going to in Philly. We're going to rival. When is it again?
I'm the 30th.
30th, right?
Friday. Yeah.
So if you going to a rival in Philly and you good vibes, hit us up.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, pull up on us. We're gonna be out there showing love. Like we can vibe out, get some good content, watch some good basketball, get some good cheesesteaks, whatever,
Oh yeah, we getting the Philly cheesesteak. Got to for the love of Philly.
For sure. So whoever if you know a good cheesesteak spot, I don't really want to go to the hood, but if I gotta go to the hood, hopefully it ain't that too bad and too much.
Yeah, we trying to make it back home.
Yeah. I ain't trying to go where they shooting at,
Yeah.
I just need me a good cheesesteak. So, like, if you could let me know a good cheesesteak, besides like Geno's, and give me a good cheesesteak, and thank you. But yeah, if you're gonna be on rival on the 30th, let us know. We're gonna want to just show love, get some good content, maybe
vibes.
Yeah, vibe out.
Good energy.
Get y'all on the pod one day or something, we could talk about rival or something, all that
let's
good
network.
Stuff, right?
Let's network. Be there, man. Responsible Degenerates will be in Philly on rival January 30th. Don't be a stranger. We here, so we'd love to meet. Let's make it happen.
Facts. And like that, we out of here.